Hello everyone, welcome back to Botany class. So far, we are dealing with ecological factors, and in previous many classes we have studied about various ecological factors like light, temperature, etc. And today we are going to talk about one more ecological factor, that is atmosphere. We know that our earth is surrounded by a thick layer of gas. This thick layer of gaseous mantle is nothing but the atmosphere of earth. This atmosphere contains number of gases, water vapors, microorganisms, pollen particles as well as fungal spores. This atmosphere filters light reaching from the sun and affect the climate. This atmosphere also contains various essential components which are very essential for the survival of particular organism. As I said earlier, these gases or atmosphere is present in the form of various layers. On the basis of composition as well as temperature, this atmosphere can be divided into various zones. We will discuss all these zones by a simple diagrammatic representation. So consider this is the earth's surface, and as we move above the earth's surface, we will see there is changes in a temperature as well as its composition. So consider this is an earth's surface, and if we move above the earth's surface, we will consider here the distance in kilometer as well as the temperature in degrees Celsius. At right it is a positive temperature and at left it is a negative temperature. So as I said earlier, the atmosphere is divided into various zones. The first zone is troposphere. It is a zone which is present up to 20 km from the surface of earth, and this distance is vary from area to area on the earth. For example, it is 8 to 10 km at pole, while it is 12 to 14 km at temperate region, while at equator it is 16 to 20 km at the equator. For all living organisms, it is a most important zone of atmosphere because various activities like lightning, thunderstorming, cloud formation, storm formation, etc. takes place at this layer. It is also a very important zone because it contains 95% of gases which are essential for the survival of all the organisms. In this layer, the temperature decreases with increase in height up to minus 60 degrees Celsius, and this decrease in temperature is 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. That is, if we move above the surface of earth, we will see there is a decrease in temperature up to minus 60 degrees Celsius. The upper layer of this zone contains a small boundary. That boundary is called as tropopause. Next to the tropopause, there is present a second layer that is called as stratosphere. This stratosphere is present up to the height of 30 km from the troposphere. This zone is free of cloud. That's why we can see our aeroplanes can fly at the lower boundaries of this zone. This zone is characterized by increase in temperature up to 90 degrees Celsius. This increase in temperature is due to ozone formation due to the ionization activity of the sunlight. In this zone, The ultraviolet radiation of the sun act upon the molecular oxygen and convert it into a singlet oxygen molecule. This singlet oxygen molecule will again react with the molecular oxygen. They will give a ozone gas. That's why this layer or this zone is also called as Ozonosphere. This Ozonosphere absorbs the high intensity light of sun as well as ultraviolet radiation of sun. That's why in this region the temperature is very high as compared to the other regions of or other zones of this particular layer. This stratosphere also contains a very narrow boundary which is called as stratopause. The stratosphere is again followed by one more zone which is called as mesosphere. This mesosphere is extended up to 40 km from the stratosphere and it is represented by decrease in temperature up to minus 80 degrees Celsius. This mesosphere also has a small narrow boundary which is called as mesopause. The remaining part of the atmosphere up to 300 km, there is a one more zone, a large zone that is called as Ionosphere. The ionosphere contains several layers of ionized air. That's why various gases are present in the form of ions like NO2 minus, ammonia, etc. That's why this zone is represented by a high temperature up to 200 degrees Celsius. The outer space above the Earth's atmosphere is also called as Exosphere, where air density is very low and hydrogen is the dominant gas among the component of all the gases at this exosphere. And now we will talk about components of atmosphere. The 95% of gases of atmosphere are present at 20 km above the Earth's surface. The air is a mixture of number of gases and the major gases are nitrogen, which is present 78% in air, as well as oxygen, which is 20.93% in air, where argon is 0.93%, carbon dioxide is 0.03%, and it also contains number of miscellaneous gases. These miscellaneous gases are hydrogen, methane, ammonia, xenon, etc. Apart from the gases, the atmosphere also contains water in the form of water vapor, as well as dust, number of microorganisms like viruses, bacteria, etc. It also contains pollen grains or pollen particles, as well as number of fungal spores. That's why atmosphere not only contains abiotic components as well as abiotic components. So it is all about one of the ecological factor, that is atmosphere. We will talk about remaining ecological factors in the next class. Till then, thank you very much.